one of the reasons we're sitting facing each other is because everyone's ideas are important here. All right, and you guys are noticing I'm not really giving you much information in this unit. Is that correct? Yes. So here's what I'm asking us to do now. I'm asking us to be listening to what other people are saying and be ready to respond to it. The first thing we're going to have people do today is present their models, their individual models that they were working on the last couple days. I've got a couple that I've selected, and I'm going to be projecting up here, and they're going to be sharing it. Who can read on the board the first bullet point? So I'm going to read this out loud. I will go for it.
Listen as your classmates share their models. Are their models similar to yours or different from yours?
So as you're going to be sharing them, I really want you to think about what's similar and how they put there and what did they put that was different. You ready? You saw any?
I'm not yelling above you.
No,
If you have it written down, read it.
I mean, I do. I just don't like it
Why not?
because
Read it first. Let me see at least. 5 in.
I'm
5 in. Read up here as well. Read. Okay.
doesn't make sense.
What is the copper's job in the speaker? What does it do?
I think that, what is the what's part? What's the job? The copper. So we're talking about the copper that actually makes up the wire. Does that have a job? I think that's a really important question. It's made out of copper, right? We noticed it was the same material on both speakers, right? Maybe there's something to that. Why do you think it's copper, by the way? Anyone have any? Does it have to be copper? I don't know. Like maybe we should test something like that, right? Okay, put that up there. That's an important question. All right, you had that in your mind. No one else had a question like that. So when you have something that no one else has, that's not something to be embarrassed about, Markel. That's something that like might push us in the right direction, right? So be proud of that. All right, so I want to remind us, you want to just grab a stool or a table? I want to remind you guys of some of our expectations here. When we're doing this, we got to make sure we're respectful and listening to one another's ideas. We have some amazing ideas. Josh, you want to grab a stool at the table? First time we did this, I remember Markel had a question. I think I brought this up once or twice since. Remember? That you didn't want to share with us at all. Going into that copper about that copper of the coil, right? And it turns out like investing in that copper coil was really important, wasn't it? Yeah. So sometimes the best questions come from ideas that people maybe don't think are that you want to share them. So I'm going to encourage you, if you've got an idea, especially if it's different, to be sharing it with us. All right? Because sometimes those lead to the most learning. All right? I'm going to remind you some moves we have up here. If you're getting stuck, if you say, I've got an idea, or what if we tried this? I've got here, if you're confused about someone else's idea, or you want to ask them something about their idea, or asking about how can we prove that? Do we have evidence from one of our investigations, etc.? Okay? How is that force getting to that magnet? How is that force getting to that magnet?
I guess like the power, I don't know. Like they're strong. That's what's like making them react. Because when the coil was like we said, the coil wasn't even that strong, so that's why it didn't react as much. But those magnets, they react way more than the coil did. When it was connected to the battery, which made it magnet, which made it a magnet.
I'll just talk with your group, because I want to hear some other people's voices. Because so far, this isn't class ideas, this is Garvey's ideas. And I don't want to just be labeled Garvey's ideas. So I want to get some other people's ideas up here. Talk with your groups and discuss what you think is going on with that, okay? Well, what do you think we need the most work? What do you think is the hardest for us right now?
Ask questions, listen, and participate
Listen to others and
more.
eye contact.
Yeah, I really think, I mean, like, if you do these three, that's the basic part, right? And then that follows that you're going to start participating. But this one right here, I'm not going to write in Sharpie. This one right here, that's hard. It's not easy. And that's why a couple people are zoning out right now, because they're like, oh, I don't know, what if I ask the wrong question? What if I say something that's not perfectly right? But there have been all sorts of ideas that we've put out there that are incorrect, and that's okay, because we're learning, right?